Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a good day today. We had a kind of slow day on the morning. We got a good little trade in, but the market was bouncing today. So, that pretty much took away any chances, or a lot of the chances I had to short. And I wasn't thinking long today. I probably should have been thinking long, but I wasn't. And the issue here is, let me get this chart. You could see how yesterday at the close we sold off, and it was really weak. And then overnight, we started climbing back, climbing back, climbing back. But at the open, we had not touched the previous day's high or anything like that. So I was thinking, hey, maybe we would probably, sell back through all of this and, sell off some more. At least that's what I was looking for. But the 200 held, you can see here on the daily. The 200 held right here on the daily, and we just pushed up off of that. So any short opportunities I had pretty much got dried up. So we got the one this morning. It wasn't huge, but it was a solid trade. We were able to book some profit, and I have no complaints about that whatsoever. But we'll take a look at that, recap that trade there in a minute. But you can see, the market just went up all day. The S&P futures just took off. So everything was just strong today. So I just kind of, after lunch, I never did re-engage. I just started, looking at the stock that I was watching for earnings, which I'll cover that too as well. But before I get into anything, I got to rant a little bit because, I got an email today, and, this guy said he wasn't happy because he expects me to have a watch list every day. Yesterday we didn't have a watch list, and that he can't make any money off the stocks that I have on my watch list when I do have a watch list. So, the first question I asked him was, was he building his own watch list, or was he just looking at what I had? And he said, I don't have time to build a watch list. That's why I just want to take yours and trade. And then I asked him, did you go through the classes to understand, the strategy that we use and how we trade these? And he's like, no, I just want to, when you get in and, tell me when to get out. And I'm like, no, this is not an alert service. So number one, if I have any pet peeve in this industry, it is the alert services, or people that just that want to, or just alert trades, or sell their stock picks or whatever, because that doesn't really teach anybody anything. Now, if they gave out their watch list and taught people how to execute it, that's different. But you owe it to yourself to learn how to trade these stocks. If you're going to build a watch list, you've got to learn how to read the chart. You got to learn how to implement whatever strategy, whoever you're following and whoever you're getting a watch list from. You have to learn that strategy and how to implement it. You owe it to yourself to do that. I don't care who you pay or how much you pay them. They can't crack your head open and pour the knowledge in for you. You've got to get it yourself. And we talked a little bit about it today in our beginner trading class. You know, we're covering charting and how important it is to be able to read the chart. And on top of that, you can actually, you know, the chart tells a story. It's going to tell you what that stock's going to do if you take your time and read it and don't rush into anything. Just let it talk to you. Just using the volume and the price and being able to read the price action, you can tell when big money is coming in, and you need to know, and then that way you could be on the right side of things. You can tell when big money goes out, and that means you need to get out. You know, those are the guys that are the 90% winners that are sending the 90% losers home. You want to be on the side of the winners. This being able and learning how to read a chart is going to help you do that. You know, just trying to get a, you know, take a stock and trade it and not know what the hell you're doing or what the the market is telling you. You just want a stock, somebody to tell you when to get in, where to take profit, when to get out. And if that's all you want, you're not going to be successful. You know, you may be successful in the short term, but long term, it's just not going to be there. So, you know, you guys have to learn this stuff. If you know, I understand you may not have a lot of time to build your own watch list and all that, but you got to figure out a way to do it. You have to. You know, I have people that come in and, you know, they want to see my watch list because they want to compare it to theirs, not because they just want to trade it. They want to compare it to theirs. You have to know what's behind that stock. So by you building your own watch list and, you know, looking at the price action, looking at what's behind that stock, why is it on, you know, why is it gapping up or down? You know, what's making it move? You're going to be able to form a plan. You're going to be able to understand what you're looking for that's going to trigger an entry. And that's, you know, very important. So again, you owe it to yourself to learn this stuff, to learn how to read the chart. You know, that's why I stream my platform. I stream everything live so you can see it happen live. That you're not worrying about getting an alert so that you can try to jump in and follow it. You know, you're hearing me think ahead of time. You're hearing me talk about what I'm looking for, what my feelings are. And, you know, you're getting to see exactly the process that you probably want to go through when you're getting ready to trade, as you're getting ready to trade. You know, I share with you the process every morning with me building my watch list. You know, the meticulous process that I go through. You know, how I vet the stocks. Why some stocks make it, why some stocks don't. And it's not a perfect process. Every stock I pick is not going to work out. You know, sometimes the stock I pick to trade doesn't work, but every other stock on my watch list does. It's, you know, it just boils down to being able to look at the stock, look at the price action leading into the trade, and trying to determine which one you're going to zone in on. And that's a very personal thing, and it's something that you develop as you know, grow as a trader. So it's very, very important that you put that effort in. You know, you owe it to yourself to do whatever it takes to help you be successful. And just learning this stuff, taking the time out and learning it is going to help you. And it's going to help you grow. You know, there are too many traders that have spent so much money trying to find a short, easy way to get the stocks and where they need to get in and where they need to get out to make money. They don't realize it's just like the students that spend all this time writing cheat sheets and preparing to cheat, when if they had just taken half of that time and studied like they were supposed to, they probably would have aced the test. Those are lessons that we should have learned in high school. That it takes more effort to cheat than it does to actually study and do what you're supposed to do. And it's just that way in this case as well. All right, so we got a couple hours left on the 2 for Tuesday deal, where you get double the subscription. Whatever, if you subscribe for a month, you get 2. A quarter, you get 2 quarters. A year, you get 2 years. Any of the mentoring packages, you get double it. So if you get the one with 10 hours, you get 20 hours. That's the way it works. It's simple as that. If you are interested, there's no special link. You just go to the website, averagejoetrader.com, subscribe, and I take it from there. So it's just that simple. So if you're not in the community and you want to come and see what we do and how we do things, we have our Sneak Peek Wednesday starting tomorrow about 8:30. Start live streaming on YouTube, and you hang out with me for a couple hours till like 10:30, 11, around that time when I go to lunch, and you'll get to see how I build my watch list. That's what I show. What you're gonna see tomorrow is just a day in the community. I'm just letting you come in and see how we do it every day. You get to see me build my watch list, and I'm streaming my platform so that any trades I take, you can see it. You can hear me as I'm thinking through it, what I'm looking for to get in the trade, what'll take me out, how I find my profit targets. And I do that every day. So if you have time tomorrow morning, come in and join me. Or you can catch the replay, because it does record, and it stays on my channel. So if you miss it in the morning, you can watch it at night. Just kind of get an idea of how things go in our room. So TWLO, this was a stock that we traded this morning. And you can see these stocks tend to make a good move pre-market. And you're going to start to see me trade more of these in the pre-market. We're getting some cushion in our small account. That's going to allow me to take some trades pre-market. There's a little bit more risk incurred. You could see, here how we, pushed up. It was a little choppy here before we really started to sell off into the open. But we could catch the meat of this move, reset for the open, and then catch this. It would have made for a really solid day. But you got to remember, if you're trading with $1,000, $2,000, a small amount, you can't trade like you see people trading that have $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, or even a fully funded account. You can't trade that way. Number one, you have to learn how to trade with the size that you have. Learn how to maximize that. Develop those skills. And then, you can kind of move on from there. So that's why I do this. And this is why I stream it live, so you can see exactly how I do it. And this is exactly how I did it, how I grew my account. And you guys can do the same thing too, but you gotta trust the process. There are gonna be days where we don't have a watch list, like yesterday. We didn't take a trade. Today we got one trade off. The market was just not in our favor. Now, yeah, we could have took the bounce on this, and this thing ran up all day. But that wasn't the frame of mind I was in. I was looking for this to go down, and I didn't switch. I wasn't going to chase. We locked in this profit, and we'll be back tomorrow looking for some more. And there's nothing wrong when you're growing your account to make, $100 a day, $125 a day, or $75 a day. It adds up. Maybe by the end of the week or a couple days in the next week, we'll be over $3,000. Before you know it, we'll have $5,000. We started with one. And we'll be able to make some pretty good moves. But by that time, we should have developed the skill. We should have learned how to be patient and have developed our discipline. We practice how to scale out, how to book lock in profit. We're not trading our P&L, we're trading the chart. We're trading what the market gives us. And that's how we make it. Before you know it, you'll be making enough to make a living. And that's what this is all about. It's the process. So you can see here, we got the open right here. And no, I didn't take it. Here's the opening candle here. It just didn't have any volume. You can see how little volume the opening candle had. And then here, this candle, we picked up some pretty good volume. No way was I going to jump into this at this point. And you guys heard me say, I don't trust this just yet. I need to wait, let this thing settle down. The spread was huge here. The spread was, sometimes 20, 30 cents. And I just needed to see what was going to happen. Where were we going to end up? And so some people jumped in and, taking this on the break of the opening range low. That's how we traded. But this goes back to my point. You have to learn how to read the chart. You have to learn how to read this price action. And the only way you do that is through seat time. That's the only way you can do it, is to sit here and watch it, spend time watching it. If you got to do it at night, that's what I did. I used to have to watch the market replay at night. But I needed to get that screen time in order to be able to read this. So knowing that this was just too volatile to jump in, we waited. This candle ran up and, we kind of tested VWAP. When we failed it, I was waiting for it to lose this again. So once it lost this the second time, that was my key to enter. First profit target, second profit target. It did not quite get to the third one. So we bounced here and we started to sell. We tried here, but we bounced and then we started to sell again. So I added back here to where I was full size. It did not work out. So I ended up stopping back here, right where my second cover was. This is where we stopped out. But, still in profit. But this is, what happened here, what caused us to fail. The market started to get traction again, and it just kind of ran up all day. So the market kind of killed the rest of this move. We should have been able to get down through to around 66, where it was the next level, but just didn't get there. Thanks to Mr. Market. But we locked in profit. We're green on the day. We didn't go chasing and going into a market where it wasn't conducive to what we were doing. And that's the discipline that you got to have. Got to have that discipline. So the next thing I was looking at was, when I came back, we were going to do earnings. So CREE was a stock I was tracking on earnings. You can see it here. Now here, it did just what I wanted it to do. We opened, we ran up, made that huge move, we sold off, bounced. We could not come back and push the new high. And here we just kept selling. So we went into lunch. So what I was waiting for again was this to start breaking down, maybe bounce again a little bit, and then just kind of stay under the 20, the 50, just kind of stay under this for a while. Maybe give us a little spike going into the close, but that's it. And I was looking for a huge sell-off. Now, watching this chart and reading the price action, we could not lose the 20 all through lunch. And all through here, we lifted up off of it. We pulled back. This thing was showing some pretty decent strength. And you can see we were kind of forming a triangle here. But we were riding this 20 up. And the price action started getting closer and closer together. And here, we sold off a little bit. Got down to the 50. And it held. No way I'm taking this looking for it to go short, on earnings. This is not, even though that's what I thought it was going to do, that was my bias early. Reading the chart, reading the price action, that's what told me not to take this trade. And, that's what I was telling you guys in chat. You guys that were still there later on in the day, this is, what I was telling you. This is all part of the earnings strategy. This is what we have to look at. Doesn't matter what anything else says. It is all matters what the chart tells you. And when earnings was announced, it was a beat. You can see it ran up first. Now, it did sell off like I thought it would. But the chart told me we were going to pop. And that's exactly what it did. It popped. It eventually sold off, but we did recover after this big sell-off. But, this is where learning how to read the chart, reading the price action, is going to help you stay out of trades that, may not give you the best opportunity to profit. And here, this was a clear stop out. If I'd been in here, I would have stopped out. Would not have been in it for this big move. This is just unpredictable. So that was that. So we'll look at, tomorrow. We'll see if there's another stock that I'm going to be looking at. And, we'll go through that again tomorrow afternoon. And see if it's going to offer an opportunity. But that was it. That was our day. So we're looking forward to tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a little bit more opportunity in the small account. We'll see. A lot of earnings. We're kicking off earnings season now. So, we should be finishing this fourth quarter strong. So you guys have a great evening. Great night, and I will see you guys first thing in the morning.